Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus channel. Many things can go wrong during an aircraft landing, especially when that landing is on a floating fortress in the middle of the ocean. In 2016, an E-2C Hawkeye had an arresting cable break while landing aboard the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower. Fortunately, quick action from the pilots helped to save the $200 million aircraft. Several years earlier, a Harrier lost its forward landing gear, forcing the pilot to land the aircraft so that its nose sat atop a small platform. Fortunately, the aircraft's VTOL capabilities prevented the pilot from risking a traditional landing. Still, in some cases, even the ability to take off and land vertically can't eliminate landing problems. The AH-1W Super Cobra is a twin-engine attack helicopter used by the U.S. Marine Corps. True to its name, the aircraft is well known for boasting a powerful combination of firepower and maneuverability. Specially designed for close air support and anti-armor missions, the Super Cobra features a 20mm cannon, rockets, and Hellfire missiles, all of which can devastate targets on land, sea, and in the air. Like any other aircraft, the AH-1W will undergo extensive pre-flight checks before every mission to ensure it is fully operational. Such checks involve inspecting the helicopter's weapons systems, avionics, fuel levels, and mechanical components. Only after the aircraft is properly cleared will the pilot be able to take off. When it comes time to land, Super Cobra pilots can face various challenges, from high winds and poor weather to mechanical failures. Even minor conditions can sometimes turn a routine landing into a test of the pilot's mettle. One situation that is quite unique to the AH-1 is what's known as a drooped gun landing. It has to do with the helicopter's massive 20mm cannon, which can sometimes become locked into a downward position due to a mechanical failure. Because of this, Super Cobra pilots must repeatedly practice drooped gun landing scenarios. First, they need to properly communicate with ground control regarding the nature of the problem. From there, they must carefully adjust their flight approach. Initially, the pilot will hover just a few feet above the ground while waiting for the crew to attempt to stow the gun properly. If they are unable to do so, two members of the ground crew will use a strap to support the gun as the pilot lands, preventing damage to the weapon and the helicopter. In many cases, the aim is to land with a slight rear tilt to keep the nose and gun elevated for as long as possible during touchdown. As with any machine, proper maintenance is the best way to prevent drooped gun issues and other mechanical problems. Routine inspections cover all major systems, from engines to weapons. If malfunctions are detected, the helicopter will immediately be removed from duty until it is back in proper working order. Despite having been in service since the mid-1980s, the Super Cobra remains one of the most formidable aircraft in the United States fleet. In routine live-fire exercises, the AH-1W is able to utilize its entire arsenal to prove why it is the U.S. Marines' go-to support helicopter. When it comes to transporting Marines to and from their ships, the Marines have long relied on a unique aircraft known as the MV22 Osprey. A collaboration between Bell Helicopter and Boeing, this VTOL aircraft features a unique tilt-rotor design, giving it the capabilities of a helicopter and a fixed-wing aircraft. Introduced in 2007, the Osprey can easily operate from virtually any terrain, ships, and confined spaces like urban areas. Thanks to its unique method of propulsion, the Osprey can travel much faster and has a greater range than traditional helicopters. And while it is predominantly designed to move personnel and equipment, it is far from defenseless. Also known as the Defensive Weapon System, or DWS, the MV22 Osprey's belly gun is vital to operations where the aircraft and its cargo might be subject to ground-based threats. The 7.62mm Gatling gun is ideal for providing high rates of fire to neutralize threats during landings, takeoffs, or low-level flights. The system is retractable and fully remote-controlled, meaning the crew does not need to operate the weapon directly from the gunner's station. Instead, the gun can be remotely controlled from inside the aircraft, allowing the crew to fire without exposing themselves to external threats. Like all weapon systems, the MV22's belly gun requires frequent maintenance and servicing to ensure its reliability in combat. Osprey maintenance crews often perform inspections and repairs to the gun's electronics, hydraulics, and ammunition systems, all of which keep it mission ready. As with their Super Cobra counterparts, Osprey crews frequently practice malfunction scenarios. One of the biggest is what's known as hung gear malfunction. This is when the landing gear does not fully extend, retract, or lock into place, thus creating a highly dangerous situation. To deal with the issue, ground crews will set up a series of improvised platforms upon which the Osprey can land. These platforms, which are typically made from pallets or mattresses, must be perfectly positioned under the aircraft to prevent damage. One of the other ways that the U.S. military tries to prevent landing incidents is through a process known as Airfield Mating. Such special matting is frequently used to quickly create safe VTOL takeoff and landing areas, at airfields that previously lacked them. They are specifically designed to provide safe and stable surfaces for aircraft like the MV22 Osprey or F-35s in environments, and can withstand the pressure of heavy landings, no matter the circumstances. Arresting systems are essential aboard aircraft carriers, where runway space is severely limited. However, similar cable systems are also used on traditional airfields. This is because all types of fighter jets can require an emergency landing from time to time, especially in the event of a malfunction. The Back 12 arresting system is specifically designed to arrest aircraft, particularly during emergency landings or in situations where a runway is too short for a safe stop. Like aircraft carrier systems, it is designed to work with planes with a tailhook. As the aircraft lands, the pilot lowers the tailhook, which catches a cable stretched across the runway. Once the tailhook engages the arresting cable, specially energy-absorbing units help distribute the kinetic energy and bring the plane to a rapid stop. The Back 12 system requires regular testing and certification, so crews will periodically perform test engagements where a test sled or aircraft engages the cable to confirm it functions correctly. A similar system, known as the MAS, or Mobile Aircraft Arresting System, is designed to be deployed in temporary or remote airfields and in combat zones where a permanent unit like the Back 12 simply isn't feasible. It consists of a steel cable and portable energy absorbers that can be placed on either side of the runway. While effective, its ability to enable safe landings at improvised or damaged runways is what makes the MAS so useful to combat operations. Though effecting safe landings for damaged helicopters and fighters is difficult, things are even more challenging when the subject is a larger cargo aircraft. The Lockheed C-130 Hercules weighs over 75,000 pounds empty and can carry as much as 42,000 pounds of cargo. Unfortunately, the C-130 is prone to landing gear issues, including instances where the gear fails to deploy altogether. If such an instance occurs during flight, it can cause big problems for both crews on the ground and in the disabled aircraft. This Coast Guard C-130 was forced to make an unexpected landing in North Carolina after suffering landing gear issues. There are numerous ambulances and other emergency crews already in position in case the gear fails on impact, leading to injuries or a fire. Once a cargo plane has been grounded for a landing gear malfunction, the first flight can be extremely tense for air and ground crews. These aircraft weigh dozens of tons and often carry heavy cargo like weapons. In the event of a mistake during landing, these aircraft will do a lot of damage before coming to a natural stop. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new content. See you next time.